Well, everybody, I upgraded my iPhone to the iPhone 6S. So I went from my iPhone SE to the iPhone 6S. And it's a little bit bigger. I can't put my hand all the way around it. It's still small enough to fit in my coat pocket. I wear jackets and coats most of the time anyways. It can still fit in my pants pocket if I needed to as well. So it's actually pretty good. I have some of my friends kind of like say, well, what do you mean you're using like an iPhone 6S? You know, right now they got the 10s, and I don't even know what the newer models they have right now. Well, it's economical, and my price point is I don't want to have, you know, $500 or $1,000 phone that I could lose or break. Now, one thing that I did do is, and to actually save a little bit more money, I got a used OtterBox, and basically I got one off of eBay, got a used one, and that protects this thing. And so if I drop it or it slips out of your hand, and let's be honest, today that happens a lot. You go for your keys. I carry around on guitars, a lot of stuff. Sometimes things fall out of my hands, and I don't want to break a phone screen with that. So it's a little beat up like this, but the OtterBoxes have not failed me. I've had at least 4 of these on various phones over the years and what like that. I like the bigger. It is easier for me to read. I'm getting a little bit older, so it's a little easier to read on the eyes. You can basically have it where it makes the resolution bigger. So basically, this looks the same as my other phone. It's just you know, this bigger font. Basically, let's just say that. It works about the same. Only one thing that's different, you can hold down on an app or something. Like, let's say if you're like on Twitter or something like that, you can kind of click on that and make a new message. It has this little, you know, I forgot what it's called, but that's anything different than my other phone didn't have. The camera is about the same, it's 12 megapixels, but it's a 5 megapixel up front. So when I do selfies, it's going to be a better resolution for me. So that's kind of cool. And so, yeah, I give this thing the thumbs up. So in 2020, is iPhone 6 still usable? Yes, my email's fine. I'm able to surf on it, watch YouTube, make videos on it. The last couple of videos, movie reviews I've done, I've made on this phone here. And it's a little bit bigger. The little selfie stick is not, obviously it's a little bit bigger phone to do some things. So yeah, so that's my review of the iPhone 6 in 2020. Very usable, economical. You lose this, break this, you're not losing $1,000 bill, you know, and some of these you get used, refurbished for, you know, probably like 75 bucks, 50 bucks, 100 bucks, something like that. And you're not out a whole lot. So there's a certain price point in my head. $100 range is kind of where I think a phone should be at most, because it's something that can be broken, stolen, lost, you know, dropped in water or whatever. And for me to carry around a $1,000 phone, I'm just not going to do that. No, I'm just not going to do that. So I'm always a couple of years behind. I'm like 5 years behind on the phones, 4 years behind on the phone. But it works very well for me, and for me, it's a new phone. To me, it's like brand new phone. It is a brand new phone. I know for some of y'all this will be very slow. Basically, I can update to the current OS on this as well. I don't usually update right away anyways on that, and all the apps that I've used on my previous SE works on this as well, and this is a little bit bigger. So I would say it's still a thumbs up in 2020. The iPhone 6S. And apparently, changing the battery is a whole lot easier than on the SE. So you just basically pop up the front, take off a couple things, put the battery in there. So, and the battery life has been really good. One thing I do like that you're able to make a little on the front screen here. You're able to put the little save battery life, and I didn't realize that was something that was an option. I don't think it was an option on my SE, but here. I can just basically hit that instead of having to go in settings. And if you do that, your battery life lasts all day, basically, or even longer. And so that, to me, that's a really good thing. I don't really need my email to check out every second. I can just click on the email when I want to check the email anyways. So texting works fine. Phone calls work fine on low mode. Watching YouTube videos works fine. Listening to Spotify works fine. Everything works. It just cuts off the screen a whole lot faster if you're not doing anything, which saves battery life. So anyways, highly recommend the iPhone 6S in 2020. Save some money, look cool, and be like Herbert Midgley. As always, rock and roll, of course, it does compute. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that would totally compute. Yeah.